10 airplanes falling out of the sky every single day and killing every single person on board. That's what cancer is doing. It's not okay, and that's why Cancer Schmancer and Fran Drescher and all the things that we're talking about today are so important.
Hi, I'm Fran Drescher, and I'm the founder of the Cancer Schmancer movement. I started this organization because I myself am a cancer survivor, 20 years well, I'm happy to say. And in the organization, I decided that there were many questions that we simply weren't asking ourselves. Like, why are we getting sick in the first place? And how can we prevent getting cancer in the second place? We are here at Cancer Schmancer influencing over 500,000 people all over the world. We are helping them to thrive, to change their lives. I hope that you get as much value out of these next 3 steps that we're about to show you in this video, all about how to prevent cancer in the first place. All year long, we have the most interesting and outside of the box thinking doctors that are going to absolutely blow your mind.
And you just think to yourself, what matters most? Why do I have to live? Why do I want to live? Why is this cancer making me want to live so much? And you keep your eyes on that or those reasons.
Doctors are finding out that chemotherapy is not having good results. So now a lot of investment and work is being done in immunotherapy. How can we manipulate our immune system to first recognize the cancer cells, and secondly, to mount an immune attack?
Countries like Croatia right now have far better health outcomes than Americans do. And we spend more money than has ever been spent in the history of mankind to treat chronic disease, and yet we have missed the boat on this thing called health.
So here's tip number 1. Are you listening to your body? Or are you like me, going for 2 years and 8 doctors, trying to figure out what's wrong with me, and every single doctor was either misdiagnosing me or telling me that there was nothing wrong with me, it was all in my head? Or have you just gotten used to living with the pain?
I never used to listen to my body, and it tells you everything. But I think that we just put it aside. It's like, you know, if you've ever had a pain, like arthritis or something, and then you learn to live with it, and you forget that the pain's there. And I think that's what too many of us do.
If something feels off, if it doesn't feel right inside you, and you know when that is, that's the whisper stage. That's when it's most easy to ignore. Don't do that. Pay attention to it. We are so distracted in our busy lives with social media and live streaming TV and our family and our jobs and everything else under the sun that we forget to just be quiet and sit with ourselves and feel our bodies and really try and identify what feels off, what is wrong. And then we have to start taking the next step, which is eliminating causation. And since most of what ails us and creates dis-ease in our body is due to our highly toxic and stressful environment, that's what we need to start paying attention to right away. Because as it turns out, the home is the most toxic place we spend the most time in, and ironically have the most control over.
We have a right to know what's in our food, what's in our products, and that right to know, the knowledge that we're getting, causes us to have a duty to act, to change the situation, to clean up our environment, to clean up companies, our products, and really to create a world where all children are born without toxic chemicals in their bodies.
Do you have any theory on what made your son sick? Did it happen in vitro or?
So it was something that he was born with, yeah. And so he was exposed to all this stuff at a time where his cells were very rapidly dividing. Mm-hmm. And so from that point of view, it's kind of easier to think that if a mistake does get made, then it's easier for that mistake to get duplicated just along with the, the natural growth process.
Now the immune system is constantly stimulated, it's constantly stressed, and in certain vulnerable, susceptible patients,
that can cause the immune system to malfunction.
When you detox, then you're taking stress off of your immune system, so your immune system can work at an optimal and start attacking the areas that it needs to work on. Because with a healthy immune system that operates at an optimal, it should be able to find all the floating cancer cells, all the disease in your body, not just cancer. If you bolster your immune system and stop compromising it with mindless consumerism that you bring into your home and use on a daily basis, creating a cacophony of carcinogens and toxins, if you only do that one thing and detox your home, you will be supporting your entire body, and not just with cancer, but with so many things. From asthma to autoimmune problems to arthritis and inflammation to COVID.
You know, I think what we'll be talking about with toxins and heart disease is really building on the earlier panelists talking about these hidden factors that are root causes that actually tie together many chronic diseases, including heart disease, including cancer.
Fasting is the only thing that we know that actually works for that, of upregulating or getting rid of the bad and upregulating a new. You can become a new person with the right detox and the right fasting.
So if you eat nutrient-dense foods, you create a great genetic blueprint in the body. You read, like Dr. Tony said, it's the internal terrain that you want to improve. And it's not about cancer, it's just about dysfunctional pathways that lead to a pathology. And it could be cancer, it could be autoimmune problems, it could be leaky gut, it could be cardiovascular disease.
So let's recap. Step 1, listen to your body. Step 2, eliminate toxins and carcinogens from your daily life. Step 3, something that we like to coin at Cancer Schmancer, become a medical consumer. What does that mean? Well, it means start making the choices that you need to make, asking the questions that you need to ask. Don't be a passive patient. The word patient implies passivity. Don't do it. You have to be more outspoken. You have to become better partners with your physician. You have to ask the hard questions and say, stop, I need to write that down. I want you to spell it for me. I want to bring a companion with me right into the examining room. Because when my head is swirling because I think there's something wrong with me, I need my ally, the person that I have appointed to help me, to sit there, to listen, and to write everything down. That's what being a medical consumer is all about, and that is what you have to become. Well, now that you have the 3 steps, what's the 4th? It's time for you to sign up to the Cancer Schmancer Edu-Series. Why? Because knowledge is power. What we just taught you is just the tip of the iceberg. We have huge thinking doctors and authors and even celebrities sharing their story and wisdom that they learned the hard way. And it's all for you, and it's all for free.
And I started applying these principles in my practice and started seeing people reverse dis-ease. MS, rheumatoid arthritis, cancer, childhood diseases being reversed.
Number 1, we're made of bacteria. Even our own cells may have been bacterial in origin. There's a whole mitochondrial bacterial theory of evolution.
So we have a choice. It's up to you. And this is what this conference is about. And we will continue to remember to do this year after year.
It's so easy. All you have to do is sign up to cancerschmancer.org and get our weekly newsletter. And then you will automatically be enrolled to get access to our free Edu-Series on any of your devices.
There's no such thing as incurable diseases, just incurable people. Argue with your limitations and they will be yours. If you can, you can, and if you can't, you can't. We have the power to heal everybody. We got to take back what's rightfully ours, and we need to own it every single day.
So sign up for our newsletter at cancerschmancer.org, and you will get our Edu-Series and start living the Cancer Schmancer way. Reduce your risk, start feeling better, start connecting the dots, transform from being a patient into a medical consumer, and detox your home. Be well, and I'll see you there.